welcome back to Gear Chat. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. Ding.
Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. Cut it off, John D. And you. Welcome back to Gear Chat. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. I am the El Capitan John G. And today, I say, welcome back to Gear Chat University. I want to talk about, I want to talk about, what's this over here? Ooh, right there. Ooh, the Behringer Neutron. It has been released. We all got them. Ooh, boy. The Behringer Neutron. I also want to talk about, fresh off the press, Fire, I believe. Hey, man. I don't think I really expressed it, but I've been thinking for a while, like, I can't believe nobody has done something for FL Studio. Now, they tried to get away from the whole Fruity Loop name because of, I guess it was kind of getting some flack or whatnot, for it being like kiddish or whatever. But from what I've seen, they've grown into, Fruity Loops is, FL Studio. It's how all the current music is being, a lot of the current music is being made by all of your young producers, like, Metro Booming and whatnot. I believe they're heavily, a large of them, like the 808 Mafia, they're using Fruity Loops. And so Fire is a controller for FL Studio. Shouts out to Ableton. Honestly, I like I said, I'm surprised this wasn't done years ago, but it's finally here. And so for all of the Fruity Loop producers, I can only imagine that they're sized. Like they're going to sell. I just think they're gonna sell a lot of those because all of it's already a market there. And okay, let me take this back. Maybe the sales will be there, but not as much as I'm initially thinking, because I guess at this point, all of the Fruity Loop producers are used to using their literally their keyboard to make beats, and that's it. Maybe a controller, a keyboard controller, and they're just used to that. But I kind of feel like the way this thing looked, which seemed like it was just a basic step sequencer. Like it looked like it was just a bunch of tracks, and then you can just press in the notes for each one. Um, kind of like what it looks like what Core honestly should have made. It looks very much like one of the Core gadgets. It has that kind of look to it. And man, like I said, shouts out to Ableton. It looked like it was a pretty dope piece of gear in terms of being a controller for Fruity Loops, and they don't have anything. So this is the only, so just like Ableton did the thing for Push, and then since Push, I guess ditched Ableton on the second round, Ableton like, well, all right then, okay, we ain't finna sit around. Y'all don't wanna mess with us no more. Then cool, we finna go over here and wait a minute. I think I'm saying Ableton. I'm misspeaking. It's Akai. Let me look this up though, because I before I miss before I misspeak here. But I'm pretty certain. Oh my bad. It is Akai. I'm tripping. Shouts out to Akai. I misspoke. I'm sorry, Ableton. Ableton, y'all dished Akai, correct? Because Akai made the first push. Y'all went and made your own push the second time around. So Akai just like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? We finna you dig. And it only makes sense. It only makes sense, people. With that being said, Core Gadgets, although I would think most people are probably already using the nano controllers and things of that nature to work the core gear. But just thinking out the box, Korg, if you were to have a piece of gear that had the core gadget operating system within it, something like that, where you could, basically a groove box. Nobody's making groove boxes anymore, man. What happened to the groove boxes? Like it's drum machines and samplers, but what happened to the sampler with sounds on it? You can sample like the old core ESMX1 or whatever, the red and the blue one. Oh, I love them. I got the blue one coming soon. Made a little deal. Got the blue one coming. But yeah, man, I don't. I guess I just don't get it. Like again, shouts out to Akai. I'm sorry, Ableton, I misspoken, y'all. Y'all are actually the ones that's tripping. But Akai, shouts out to you for making this controller. It looks like, I mean, it just looks pretty. It looks dope, and it's not like it's banking them over the head. They want $199 for it, brand new. Like I said, it's like it's a basically what 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks, and these are 16. I'd imagine yeah, 16 steps. So that's how I'm saying it. And then I'm pretty certain you can just go down to more tracks or whatever. But it's showing you 4 with your 16 steps, so you can punch in your notes. Yeah, this is gonna sell. I think this is gonna do. Like all of those producers should be able to get this. Not on and Akai, y'all might have just by doing this, you might have just sold some Fruity Loop Studio. You might gain some customers. Not only not only is the market that's already there going to buy the hardware, but now that there's hardware, you might actually get some new customers coming in, like myself. I don't have Fruity Loops or whatever, but if you don't have that software, I know it's affordable. It doesn't cost as much as the others, or it's not as much as the others. So yeah, shouts out to Akai, man. Ableton, y'all, I guess y'all figured y'all could do y'all own thing. And everybody I know that talks about Push, they like Push too. Although me personally, I don't own it. I got the first Push, and I don't like how smooth the second Push is. I don't like how flat it is. Like all of this is just flat. But the colors on it definitely it was an upgrade. The colors pop a lot better and whatnot. But I just like the rugged feel of what Akai did and that build. It just had more texture to it. The new one is is real smooth, but the lights are there. So if Akai could have just came back with, better lights, then that would have been dope. Now on here, I'm looking right now, and it's a small screen. I don't know what information is going to be there or whatever, but it's a real small screen, and it looks like it's black and white. I mean, just black. So no color. So that's kind of dated. It seems it should be in color, I would think. But maybe that's where they skipped out on price. Now again, I don't know what information is going to be there. I'm not really I don't really use the software. I know it's pretty easy to, or I ain't gonna say easy, but I know it's pretty easy to get started with this software. But I know it's also has its, like, you can really do some stuff in there as far as sculpting sounds or whatnot. But again, shout out to Akai. All right, enough of that. The Behringer Neutron, man. So y'all saw a couple of videos. I did the little what did I call it? The Brutron. The Brutron was all right. I like playing with that. I really didn't explore a lot. I still want to explore some more with that setup. But right now, I got shouts out to what's the kid's name, man? Somebody commented you should hook it up to the D-Fam. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just saw your video today too with the Boca Kick, the Behringer Model D, and the Korg SQ1. I thought you had two Korg SQ1s at first, and that really got me geeked. Like, hold on, he got two of those. How's he working that? And then I realized, oh, it was one, and then it was a Boca Kick sitting there. Because I was gonna see how was you gonna torque two sequencers on one piece of gear. It's really kind of got my mind opening now. Like, what's the possible? Like, what does that mean? Like, how does that? Like, how do I? Like, it sounds like that might be amazing. Get two SQ1s, they're only $100. Get two of those. Have them going to one sequencer, one synthesizer. That might. I don't know. Again, it just got me thinking, like, outside the box. Like, what could that do in terms of the sonics? But yeah, I'm blanking on your name. I apologize. But I read his comment, so I hooked that up. So I got the D-Fam going through here, and that is amazing. Let me just say this, man, because there's one thing about the D-Fam that I was going back and forth in my head with, and I kind of, I thought I was on to something, but I realized that I wasn't. But the D-Fam doesn't have a off switch. You can't turn it off. You have to just unplug it. And I'm like, that's because it's real analog. I'm like, man, it's Neutron, man. It ain't even... You can plug it, you can cut it off, and it has a digital. I believe I heard Nick say that it has a digital LFO, and if that's the case, it's not all analog. Then, I mean, it's nearly all analog, but I feel like it's a sleight of hand to tell me it's all analog, but it's got digital components in it, like. And it's not to knock the sound. I'm just talking about from a marketing standpoint. Like, why can't we just be transparent and say what it is? Like, that's a sleight of hand. If it's not all analog, then it's hybrid. Like, don't tell me it's all analog and then, oh yeah, by the way, it's digital. Ain't no If it's digital and analog, that's hybrid. I mean, it has both. You can say, I don't know if it's all analog, all analog oscillators, or if it's all analog circuitry. I don't know what the all refers to, but it's not all in this box, because if there's anything digital in it, then it's not all. So I wish there was more transparency with the marketing team. Stop telling me it's all analog if it's not all analog. And so that's what kind of led me down. Well, what led me down that rabbit hole of thinking was the fact that the D-Fam didn't have a power switch and the Neutron did. So I'm like, wait a minute, man. See, this is real analog over here. This right here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hold on. The Micro Brute, which I love, the Micro Brute has a power switch, and it's all analog. There's nothing digital on there. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's not the case then. It ain't, because I thought the fact that it didn't have a power, I couldn't turn it off, meant that it was true, pure analog, but I don't think that's the case now, because like I said, the Micro Brute and the Micro and the Mini Brute both doesn't have anything digital as far as I know. It's all analog, and it has a power switch. Same with my Same with the Dreadbox NYX. It does not have, and I'm gonna talk about that on its own. But before I even get there, I want to just say salute to Dale. And I'm pulling that off the cuff. Let me just check to make sure that name is correct, because I'm pretty certain that's it. But I'm gonna be mad if I said the wrong name, because that's odd. That ain't even right. But yeah, it's Dale. I knew it was Dale. Shouts out to Dale. I bought this NYX from someone personally. It was somebody that I knew, somebody that I know. B-sides. I forgot what happened that day. I think out the blue, I was like, "Yo, man, what's going on with you? I ain't heard it in a while." B-sides. Hopefully one day you will see me with this guy. Amazing. He's an amazing artist. But like a lot of artists, we all know somebody that's good, but nobody knows them. Like that dude that can draw like amazing, but he's not like he's not an illustrator for anybody. Like he's not getting paid per se. This guy is amazing, amazing DJ. Now he's rocking out in synth and whatnot. And the guy is dope, but he's not out here. Like you don't know him, but his talent is definitely on that level. And so I called him up one day. I was like, "Man, what's going on with you? I ain't heard from you in a while. Hey man, are you selling anything? Because time to time I might buy something from him or whatnot. Or he might sell something or whatever." So he's like, "No, I ain't selling nothing, but I know somebody that might be getting rid of one of those dread boxes." I'm like, "Oh, dread box for real? Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "Yeah, check this out. Send me the Craigslist." I go in there. "Oh, okay, woo." Send him a link. Made him an offer. He was like, "Cool, I'm with it." Introduced myself. We met, hung out, and actually, man, Dale, if you see this, I'm probably gonna end. Hopefully, now let me just say this, because he bought the last. Check this out. How small the world is. He bought the last subsequent 37, the limited edition from Sweetwater. He believes he bought literally the last one. He bought it, and then he went back on there the next day or so to check, and they were all gone. So he said, that he may get rid of that. If he does, he's not going to sell to just anybody. I'm like, "Look, man, I'm here, and I'm going to pay you exactly what you pay for it, because it's limited. I may even pay you more for it, to be honest with you, but I'm definitely going to pay the money." And so with that being said, yeah, unless I can find one for a deal, and I'm always about a deal. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I find one for 12, 13, then I'm gonna get it. But that's no time soon, anyways. But I'm just saying, 2 or 3 years, if he looking to sell and I'm ready, oh yeah, I'm gonna be looking to get it if I'm the lucky one chosen. But long story short, he sold me the NYX, and that's I love a piece of gear. I love the price. I'm actually going to, next time I see you, sir. So yeah, but yeah, so I kind of went down that rabbit hole, and I'm sorry for the tangent. I went down that rabbit hole, and like I said, the NYX has a power, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. It ain't really that serious. The Behringer, it's not to knock the sound. However, I am just kind of like, why can't we just why can't we just be real, man? Look, I ain't got no problem telling you I don't know it, but I can tell you that. Look, I don't know it, and still look. Okay, so I mean, I'm not gonna. And then on top of that, the ones that know can see. Man, who is this dude? Man, this dude up here talking. He don't know what the hell he talking about. So why would I fake it? Because the ones that know is gonna see right through that. So again, with the marketing, stop. Just be transparent. If it's got digital, then okay, it's hybrid then. That's all. It's hybrid. I'd rather, like when you getting your indica, sativas, and your hybrids, just tell me it's all analog, digital, and a hybrid. What's wrong with that? That's all I'm saying. Just transparency, people. So yeah, this is John G TV. I think I done said enough. I think I done said an earful. I ain't gonna keep y'all here. That's really all I was geeked about. Is the Neutron has arrived. Like I said, I had it hooked up to the DFAM. I'm just exploring the possibilities with this, with the 2 patch bays. Oh, hold on, before I leave. some time back, I don't know when it was. It was maybe last year, but I was talking about how I saw, or the way I see things going is in the way of semi-modular gear. And since then, and remember I also talked about how I didn't like the keyboard with the Korg mono. Is it the mono? Whatever, the gold one I got. And I was saying how it'd be dope, but I really don't need the keyboard because I'm not a keyboardist, and it'd be nice if they make it. And then right after that, or not right after, but a little while after that, we get Peak. We get the Dave, Dave the Rev 2. Then all of the semi-modular stuff starts popping up, and it's like, okay, all right. I mean, either I'm seeing the future or something, or I'm just on the same. Like, okay, I'm in line with the thinking of the way, but this seems like a no-brainer to me, people, that having semi-modular gear now it allows for me to it's I don't know what you call that, but it goes back and forth. I can go forward and I can go backwards. I can go get some old gear and play with that, and I can in the future I can. So it's running both ways, and I just feel like it's a win-win. Like you're always got some skin in the game with a semi-modular, because when you get tired of it, you can always go, but wait about hook it up to this. Okay, then it's a whole new ball game now. Like you got new sonics to new sonics to introduce. So, the modular gear and the gear that doesn't necessarily have keyboards. So you see like this other company with the Fusion Box Audio Pro. I forgot the name of that company, but their boxes. Okay, there's no keyboard. So it's like, all right, this to me that just makes sense. That, and then because if you're a keyboardist, I would think that if I'm a keyboardist that I have a big 88 controller, or maybe a keyboard that can with MIDI can just control anything, and you got your main keyboard that you got how it feels and everything, and you rock out like that. Now, of course, some gear like the grandmother, some gears it's just gonna come with a keyboard, and the grandmother I want, and it has a keyboard. So I know they're not gonna make one that's just modular and take away the keyboard. Now, if they did, it would be amazing for me. But you feel like they're not gonna do that, and I'm happy they made that for us because the price is Moog. Are you Moog $8.99? And that color layout is dope. Like, so man, thank you. Because I feel like that's something they would have charged 11 or 12 for. And everybody, the way, from what I'm hearing, the mummers are, it's amazing. Just like with the Neutron. The mummers are, yeah. Here's the thing about the Neutron, too, that I want to say before I get out of here. Because I was about to slide out, but something just hit me. And playing with this, kind of like the DFAM too, it's just different. The DFAM is just, it's different. Same thing with the NYX. It's different. There's some things that are just not traditional. These three pieces of gear, the Neutron, the NYX, and the DFAM, I like the uniqueness of these pieces because it's not the same old whatever. So with the Neutron, like it just in modulating and in tweaking it, it really seems to be just stuff that's going on that's got me thinking a little different. And the patch bay, for whatever reason, I mean, it seems like the patch bay on here, by it being so big, and I don't know how to explain this, but all of a sudden it seems like my understanding of patching is better now because of the Neutron. I don't really know why. I can't explain to you why. That really doesn't make any sense to me, but ever since I've got it, it seems like I understand patching a little better now than I did ever before. And again, I don't know if it's just a size thing because I am dyslexic. I don't know if it's just a size thing. Maybe it just being bigger and the font being bigger and my understanding just kind of it's clicking. I saw like no, I just things are starting to click a little better and make a little bit more sense than it did before. So, and now when I look at my other gear, and now that I look and think about it, I think something about that size does. I don't know what, but for me and my dyslexia, something about that small size, you know, things get a little choppy in my brain, but the bigger matrix just kind of makes it, like, okay, you go from here to here. And for me, sometimes you just need it to be slow, I guess, like one, two, three. But then once I got it, I'm flying. I'm soaring through the sky. I need to get it though. That's all. But yeah, John G TV. I'm rambling. I'm talking about a whole bunch of nothing. We don't want to hear you no more, John G. I know how we gotta end it off. I just freaking love this. I am John G. And this is John G TV. Making bomb beats. Making 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 bomb beats. Making bomb beats. I'm making bomb beats. I'm making bomb beats. John G. Making bomb beats. John G. Making bomb beats.
Yeah, you see me. You see me. This is John G on John G TV.